We're back here with Ted Thomas, America's Tax Lien and Deed Authority. Hey, Ted, as usual, we're here talking about different subsets of real estate investing. But today, we want to talk about wholesaling real estate. So why don't we start with what is wholesaling real estate and exactly how does it work?
Okay, well, there's not a wholesale house like you find a warehouse you could go to and they're selling low price, or go to the clothing outlet or something like that. But people have a perception of wholesaling as they're going to be able to get a great deal on real estate. Now, my perspective comes from 30 years of working in the tax defaulted business, where we buy properties for 10, 20, or 30 cents on the dollar. So you could say, well, if we're going to sell those, we could sell them at those kind of prices. So we could buy at, say, 20 cents on the dollar, at 20 cents, and selling at 40 cents on the dollar. We'd actually be wholesaling the real estate because we'd be way below the tax assessed value. But there's no big warehouse you go to, or no big websites where they just are specializing in this kind of real estate, because the people that get involved in this business are getting involved in tax defaulted real estate. They're buying it at the right level, and then they use the traditional way to sell real estate, whether it's truly on Zillow, or some multiple listing, or Craigslist, and they sell properties quickly. And when they buy them right, so if you can buy a property right, that would be buying it wholesale. Well, it's very difficult in a good market to buy properties right, because the regular market, it explodes. And what happens is everybody said, oh, there's great deals in real estate, or the real estate's going up. What they haven't done is they haven't inspected and looked in depth at the market I've been involved in for 30 years, and that's tax defaulted property. Now, those have been around for 200 years. So you can buy properties wholesale, and then you could sell them, and you could call that wholesaling real estate. So there's not a lot of people out just selling wholesale real estate. That's not really happening. But there is a lot of people that learn our business.
Just to be really clear, could you give us just one concrete example of a wholesaling real estate example? I mean, just one concrete of how somebody would be going and doing this.
Absolutely. So the public's impression is that they're going to go to the wholesale, they're going to go to the Costco, or they're going to go to the BJ's or something like that, and get something at a low price. All right. That's the public's view of this whole thing. So there's not a big company out there that does that. But if you wanted to be a wholesaler, if you wanted to be one of those people, you're going to have to find some method of buying properties at a low price. So I'll give you one right now. All right. In 3,000 counties across the United States, properties are sold for just the back taxes starting bid. Now, why are they sold? Well, they were defaulted on the tax. So these are used and abused properties. Sometimes they're junk, sometimes they're really nice, but they're properties that the government is selling for 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents on the dollar. Now, sometimes it'll go higher than that. All right, so they're selling those properties. So if you could buy a property for 10 or 20 cents on the dollar, so let's say it was tax assessed was 100,000, but you could buy it for 30,000. Well, you bought it wholesale. So now you could be a wholesaler. All right, so we don't actually call it wholesaling, because we just go out and sell it in the retail market. By that, I mean, we're going to use the multiple listing system, or Craigslist, or we're going to sell on Trulia or Zillow, or we're just going to put big signs on the lawn and say, for sale, we'll give you a great deal, sold cheap. That would be a wholesaler. But there's no place like the wholesale mart where you're buying clothes, you're buying cars, or anything like that I know of. About 27,000 people every month are looking for wholesale real estate. What they really need to be looking for is tax defaulted real estate.
Yeah, and I know you know a thing or two about tax defaulted real estate, exactly, because you've been doing it for like 30, 40 years, Ted.
Right. And so this is my 30th year of tax liens and tax defaulted property. This thing is going to go on forever, folks. Tax liens and tax deeds have been around for 200 years. I'm not saying peace. I'm saying 200 years this has been around. Anybody can do it once you learn how to do it for just the back taxes, with the mortgage cleared and the deed of trust. They're both cleared from the property before the government sell it. How about that? No mortgage, no deed of trust. I would say that was pretty close to wholesale.
I think that's pretty nice. So Ted, are there a tax lien or tax deed investing courses that you offer so people can learn how to do this?
Yeah, the people want to learn how to do it, they can go to tedthomas.com. That's a good place to start. We offer everything from 3-day workshops to 1-day, all-day workshops that are virtual. You can sit at home and watch, or you can actually go out and go to events. So we offer a little bit of everything. Best bet for someone now is go to tedthomas.com and pick the one that you like. Most people start out by going to a virtual. That means you can sit on your rusty dusty at home and watch a 6-hour workshop that tells you all about tax lien certificates and tax defaulted property. So you can learn both of those in a virtual workshop. And oh, by the way, it costs $47. We're not internet marketers. We're business people. We actually teach you how to do it. So 6 hours for $47, that's as cheap as it's going to get. I'll tell you that.
Sounds like a great deal. It's a great chance for you to understand kind of what Ted's talking about and get into the feel of the whole thing. So check it out right now. What's that web address, Ted?
They can just go to tedthomas.com, tedthomas.com.